Hey guys, I'm sure you've seen this floating around the interwebs lately. This was a Willy Wonka experience, even though it never really said Willy Wonka. Um, this this was an event that took place in Glasgow, Scotland, and at first, clearly you could tell by the guy's accent, it clearly wasn't American. I'm like, okay, I thought this was some stupid American thing. No, it was in Scotland, and of course, it was Glasgow. I'm sorry for any Glasgowians or whatever. I mean, at first it was like, okay, it's Scotland. And then it said Glasgow. I'm like, oh, well, that makes sense. I have nothing against people living in Scotland, but Glasgow just kind of has a reputation. Um, but basically, it's just this event, it's this massive warehouse with very minimal effort put into it with decorations. These kids were promised and a chocolate experience. Now, that doesn't say Willy Wonka, but it's a Wonka type experience. Um, and it was 35 pounds, which is like what, $40, 40 something dollars, American. And instead, they get a subpar experience with this empty warehouse, one jelly bean, and half a cup of lemonade. Because when you think of, a Willy Wonka or, a chocolate factory, you think of one jelly bean and a glass of lemonade. So I'm sure you've seen this, and I'm sure you've seen this picture floating around. Wonka, we need to cook Wonka. This is also how it was advertised. Also, when I think of Wonka, I think of hot dogs on a stick. But this is how they advertised it. Like, oh my god, and this is what they get. This very small, closed-off area. And again, people are paying 35 pounds to get in here. 35 pounds for this experience, and they're thinking it's going to at least be worth it. But we're going to play the video real fast of the unknown. And then we're going to do something very special. We're going to read some of this, maybe all of it. It's 15 pages, but pretty sure we can get through all of it. I want to read the entire script. But
what is that? It's the unknown. What is that? It's the unknown.
The unknown. The evil chocolate maker who lives in the walls. So, an evil chocolate maker. Does he make evil chocolate? Like, is he evil himself? Or does he, like, you know how you eat too much chocolate, you end up shitting your pants? Is this guy, is he so evil that he makes chocolate and, like, it's chocolate that makes you shit your pants, like, immediately after you eat it? I mean, that's pretty evil. So, what is an evil chocolate maker? And why is he living in the walls? And how does Wonka not know? Actually, sorry, it's not Wonka. It's McDuff. Willy McDuff. How does Willy not know this? He just, like, he hears this evil chocolate making in the walls. So he's like, that must be the wind. But, it's the unknown. So Willy's chocolate experience. Wonky Doodles, which is what they call the Oompa Loompas. Wonky Doodles at McDuff's Chocolate Factory, a script. And this apparently is all AI generated, so they used AI to do this. At least I'm hoping, because this is still really bad. Because really, who would think of a evil chocolate maker that lives in the walls? That has to be AI. I mean, come on. Unless you're really that stupid. But Willy McDuff, introduction and audience interaction before entering the Garden of Enchantment. That's what it's called. The Garden of Enchantment. Scene. A whimsical, brightly lit stage that hints at the magic of the Garden of Enchantment beyond. Willy McDuff, a character of eccentric charm and wit, stands before the curtains that separate the mundane from the magical. The audience is buzzing with anticipation. Willie McDuff. With a grandiose flourish, ladies, gentlemen, and esteemed guests of all ages, welcome. I am Willie McDuff. I really should be doing an accent here, but I'll save you that. But John, I can do the accent. Like Scottish stuff like that. I can do it. I'm not doing it. Your loss. I'm Willie McDuff, your humble guide on this journey to the extraordinary, the spectacular, and the downright magical Garden of Enchantment. I see I have some enthusiasts among us, but before we proceed, a few formalities. Well, not so formal. If I have anything to say about it. He strides downstage, closer to the audience, with a mischievous twinkle in his eye. Willie, you stay away from those kids. He's gonna go, know what? No, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna say Willie's gonna want to sniff the kids. Student closer with a twinkle in his eye. You see, the Garden of Enchantment isn't just any garden. Oh no, it's a place where the trees whisper secrets of old. The flowers sing in harmony, and the stones, well, they just sit there. But they do it enchantingly. Audience laughs. Really? Now I must ask, who among you has brought their sense of wonder? Show of hands, please. Audience members raise their hands, some enthusiastically, others more timidly. Splendid, and who has packed an extra pair of socks? In case the first pair gets knocked off by sheer... Okay. Audience laughs again. They're really taking some, they're taking something here. Oh. Creative liberties are definitely being taken here. Let's see. A few hands raised. We have well-prepared adventurers. Excellent. Your journey into the garden will be one of awe, of laughter, and perhaps a mild case of bewilderment. But fear not, for I, Willie McDuff, have traversed its paths many a time, and have only gotten lost. Then he pauses. Thrice. Audience chuckles, enjoying McDuff's self-deprecating humor. Okay. Oh god, can we just get to the unknown? Before we embark, I must warn you, the garden has a way of enhancing one's emotions. So that's why there's such disappointment. People were probably going in with disappointment in mind, and then they were just extremely disappointed because of the garden's effects. So if you find yourself inexplicably joyful or suddenly embrace it. No. I'm sure no one was doing that. He starts to walk back towards the stage. And now, my dear friends, are you ready to leave the mundane behind and step into a world where the impossible becomes possible, where every turn brings a new wonder, and where the only limit is your imagination? The audience responds with cheers and applause. Are you sure about that? Grinning. Then, without further ado, let us proceed. But remember, keep your belongings close, your wits about you, and your socks well secured, because you don't want them getting knocked off from sheer amazement. To the Garden of Enchantment we go. Willie McDuff. Willie McDuff. Leads the audience with a dramatic gesture towards the curtain, which slowly begins to open, revealing the first glimpses of the Garden of Enchantment, as lights and sounds from the magical realm spill into the auditorium, ending the scene on a high note of anticipation and excitement. I feel bad for the guy who had to memorize all this crap In the Garden of Eden, Garden of Enchantment with Willie McDuff and the Wonky Doodles. The stage transforms into a vibrant, mystical garden of enchantment, filled with oversized, colorful flowers, twinkling lights, and mysterious pathways. Willie McDuff. I'm sorry, McDuff. Willie McDuff, man. Oh yeah. With his distinct attire and sparkle in his eye, is joined by the playful Wonky Doodles, each holding baskets brimming with an assortment of whimsical treats or sweets. So, a jelly bean and a glass of lemonade. An assortment. Because clearly jelly beans are not the same as lemonade. Spreading his arms wide. Welcome to the heart of the Garden of Enchantment, a place where wonders never cease, and the sweets, he gestures towards the Wonky Doodles, are as enchanting as the surroundings. The Wonky Doodles dance around, offering sweets to the audience members who have followed them onto the stage, transformed into the garden for this immersive experience. Wonky Doodle 1. Tripping over a pretend stone, sweets flying everywhere. Oops. It seems even the stones want a taste of our treats. Audience laughs at Wonky Doodle as Wonky Doodle 2 helps gather the sweets, turning the mishap into a playful act. Careful there. Our garden stones are known to be quite the sweet tooth. Now, dear guests, feel free to explore, but beware of the giggle grass. It's been known to induce spontaneous laughter. Audience members are encouraged to move around and interact with set pieces, including the giggle grass, which, when stepped on, triggers hidden speakers to play laughter sounds. Wonky Doodle 2, handing out peculiarly shaped candy. Try this, it's our latest creation, the Whiz Bang Whirly Gag. Just be sure you're not standing upside down when you're eating it, or you might find yourself floating. You know, I kind of feel like one of the Wonky Doodles right now. I feel my soul being sucked out the more I read this. I can only imagine what it was like for them. Joining in on the fun. And if anyone encounters our talking tulips, don't talk to them. They will whisper things to you and you will not like it. Do pay them a compliment. They've been a bit wiltering lately, and a kind word goes a long way in this garden. Let's see. Did I pass anything? Okay. Audience members engage with interactive flowers, offering compliments, to which the flowers respond with pre-recorded whimsical thank yous. Thank you. Wonky Doodle 1. To a guest. Oh, and if you see a butterfly, whisper your sweetest dream to it. There are our official secret keepers and dream carriers of the garden. Gathering everyone's attention, now I must ask, has anyone seen the elusive Bubble Bloom? It's a rare flower that blooms just once every blue moon and fills the air with shimmering bubbles. The stage crew discreetly activates bubble machines, filling the area with bubbles, causing excitement and wonder among the audience. Wonky Doodle 2. Pretending to catch bubbles. Quick! Each bubble holds a whisper of enchantment. Catch one and make a wish. As the bubble catching frenzy continues, remember, in the Garden of Enchantment, every moment is a chance for magic, every corner hides a story, and every bubble holds a dream. He opens his hand and the bubble gently pops, releasing a small twinkling light that ascends into the rafters, leaving the audience in awe. With warmth, my dear friends, take this time to explore, to laugh, to cry, to shed blood and tears, mostly blood, because you all are never leaving this place ever again. For this garden, the magic is real, and the possibilities are endless. And who knows, the next wonder you counter may just be around the next bend. Scene ends. Scene. With the audience fully immersed in the interactive magical experience, laughter and joy filling the air as Willie McDuff and the Wonky Doodles continue to engage and delight their enchanting antics. Oh, I'm slowly dying on the inside. Oh god, entry into the dark and mysterious twilight tunnel. Oh god, this sounds like it'll be amazing. When I first heard of this Wonka experience, I thought that's what it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like, there is no earthly way of knowing. I thought it was going to be like the Wonka tunnel. I'm like, well, no wonder why people are talking about this. You know, you go in, you see like centipedes crawling on people's faces and chicken heads being chopped off and Slugworth. A scene. The vibrant colors and whimsical laughter of the Garden of Enchantment gradually give way to a more subdued atmosphere. The paths narrow and the lights dim, leading to the entrance of the Twilight Tunnel. There you'll find Edward and Jacob getting along. Why? Because Bella's out of the picture. Because Bella is a terrible character. She's a great role model for kids. No, she is a terrible person. But off topic. Willie McDuff, with a lantern in hand, gathers the audience at the threshold, where shadows dance and an air of mystery envelops the space. The Wonky Doodles huddle close, their usual mirth replaced by an eager anticipation mixed with a hint of apprehension. At least we're almost done. We're on page 7, so. In a hushed tone, drawing the audience closer, brave explorers, our journey through the Garden of Enchantment has brought us to the most curious threshold, the entrance to the Twilight Tunnel. Or instead of Twilight, maybe it's like the Hour of Twilight, where, you know, the world basically ends and the Void Lords take control of everything. I prefer that over other Twilight. The audience's chatters quiet down, their attention captured by the change in Willy's tone and intriguing darkness ahead. Ooh. Gestures towards a tunnel. Beyond this point lies a realm of shadows and whispers, a place where the mysteries of the night come alive. But fear not, for though the path may be veiled in darkness, it is also speckled with the light of 1,000 twilight stars. Wonky Doodle 1 clutches a small glowing orb offering a visual representation of the twilight stars Willy mentioned. Wonky Doodle 1. With a tone of awe, these orbs are the captured essence of twilight itself. They will guide us when the stars above are shy. Indeed, my friend. As we step into the shadows, remember, it is in the darkness that the light shines brightest. So I ask you, are you ready to embrace the unknown? Are you ready to embrace the unknown and discover the secrets that lie within? The audience murmurs affirmatively, a mix of excitement and nervous anticipation in the air. Fear not, for you are not alone. Together we shall traverse the twists and turns of the Twilight Tunnel, and who knows what wonders we might uncover. Turns to the Wonky Doodles that are now distributing the glowing orbs to the audience members. These orbs are not only our light, but our promise to each other that no matter how dark the path, we will find our way through together. So inspirational. Wonky Doodle 2, looking slightly more courageous, steps forward. And remember, in the Twilight Tunnel, it's not just about finding the light. It's about finding the courage within ourselves to face the dark and emerge stronger on the other side. Willy raises his lantern. So, with hearts brave and spirits bold, let us step into the Twilight Tunnel, where adventures await on every shadow's edge. After all, the greatest treasures are often hidden in the darkest places. Willy leads the way through into the tunnel, with the audience members following closely behind, their glowing orbs illuminating the path as they venture into the unknown, leaving the world of light and laughter behind for a journey filled with mystery and discovery. Scene ends. Scene. As the group disappears into the mouth of the Twilight Tunnel, the light from the orbs casting a soft glow that fades into the encompassing darkness, setting the stage for an adventure unlike any other. Scene in the Twilight Tunnel with Willie McDuff. Oh, yes! Yes! We're finally getting to the unknown. Scene deep within the Serpentine, or Serpentine, however you want to pronounce it. Pathways of the Twilight Tunnel. The atmosphere grows tense as Willie McDuff gathers the audience in a semicircle. His face is illuminated by the flickering light of his lantern, casting long shadows on the walls. The group's lanterns and whispers fade as Willie begins to speak in a grave tone. Oh God, yes. Yes, we're finally here after 20 minutes. I have been waiting for this moment. Willie McDuff with a serious expression. My dear adventurers, we stand on the precipice of discovery, most wondrous and perilous. For within these walls, or within these ancient walls, lurks a tale not yet told of an evil chocolate maker known as the Unknown. The audience leans in, captive. I don't think that's the case. Captivated with Willie's words. The fiendish foe has long coveted one of my most cherished creations, the anti-graffiti gobstopper, a marvel of confectionery science designed to aid, oh, not just any soul, but the tireless guardians of cleanliness, our and what? 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 Anti. Oh my God. Oh. Oh. Ha ha ha. For endless scourge of dirty socks strewn about by youthful adventurers. A murmur of amusement and agreement ripples through the audience. Suddenly freezes mid-sentence, his expression locked in shock. Silence envelops the group, a tension palpable. Then from the shadows, a figure emerges, cloaked in mystery and malice. It's the Unknown! The Unknown, with a voice both smooth and sinister. Ah, Willie McDuff and his band of intrepid explorers. You have something I desire, and with your unwitting aid, it shall be mine. The anti-graffiti gobstopper will no longer clean your worlds. It will turn them into chaos at my command. The audience gasps, some shifting nervously as the Unknown scans the crowd, his gaze landing on a chosen audience member. The Unknown. You there. Yes, you will assist me in acquiring this precious sweet. Together we shall rewrite the rules of cleanliness and order. "23 minutes. Taking a short H2O break. Ah, good old H2O. As the Unknown extends his hands towards the audience member, the room suddenly brightens and Willie McDuff unfreezes, shaking his head as if disoriented. Confused. What happened? Did anyone else feel a chill? He looks around, feigning ignorance of the Unknown's presence. You all look as if you've seen a ghost, or perhaps you're just feeling a bit whitey? Wittity? Whitety? I don't think I've ever heard that word before. Looked it up, can't even find a meaning for it, so made up word or whatever. Laughter breaks the tension as Willie reassures the audience with a wink and a smile, subtly dismissing the ominous threat of the Unknown as nothing more than a momentary illusion. Fear not, my friends, for the power of imagination and good cheer can dispel even the darkest of shadows. Now let us continue our journey with hearts light and spirits undimmed. Thank the Dark Lord, we're almost done. I'm sure you guys are looking down there like, oh yes, John, we're almost done. We're almost done. Transition to the bubble lemonade room. Suddenly, Willie McDuff suddenly brightening. Speaking of light spirits, I have spirits for everyone, even you kids. Because as I said, you are never leaving this place ever again. Speaking of spirits, I find myself quite parched after our unexpected adventure. But fortune smiles upon us, for just beyond this door lies a room filled with refreshment, most delightful, the bubble and lemonade room. Are the bubbles consumable? With a flourish, Willie opens a previously unnoticed door, revealing a room where the air sparkles with floating bubbles and rivers of spark. Taking a scoop of, take a glass and scoop from that lemonade river. You're like, yeah, I don't remember lemonade tasting that salty. And there's some dude at the end pissing in it. Yeah, yeah, great idea for a river there, guys. A lemonade river. Come on. Come on. Uh, Here, my dear guest, you may quench your thirst with lemonade that fizzes and dances on your tongue, and chase bubbles that burst with flavor unimaginable. A toast to adventures shared and friendships forged in the heart of the unknown. The audience, now relieved and rejuvenated by the whimsical turn of events, follows Willie into the bubble lemonade room. Laughter and chatter filling the air once more as they immerse themselves in the joyous, bubbly wonderland. These little bits right here just remind me of like Genshin Impact and how they tell the stories there when you just see the black screen and it has the text on it. That's pretty much what that is. The Imagination Lab and McDuff TV. Inside the vibrant scene, inside the vibrant bubble lemonade room, the guests' laughter and enjoyment fill the air as they sip on their fizzy, magical drinks. Their attention is soon drawn to a mysterious door marked Imagination Lab. Keep out. Willie McDuff, with a mischievous glint in his eye, gathers the guests around to the forbidden entrance. With an air of secrecy, my curious friends, no one's curious. Behind this door lies the heart of our confectionery wonders, the Imagination Lab, a place where the impossible becomes possible and the peculiar becomes delightful. The audience leans in, eager to hear more about this mystical lab. Within these walls lives the unknown. Within these walls, we've concocted creations beyond your wildest dreams. McDuff TV, for instance, where you can watch your favorite flavors come to life right before your eyes. A murmur of intrigue spreads throughout the crowd. And let's not forget our secret inventions. The soup-flavored jelly beans designed to keep the wee ones... Wait, soup-flavored? Wait, the soup-flavored jelly beans designed to keep the wee... So is it soup or soap? Because how is the soup flavor designed to keep the wee ones clean? Hot and spicy beans that lowers his voice, attracts the birds. That's a story for another day, or perhaps a question for your parents. The audience chuckles, appreciating the playful innuendo. And my favorite, the boogerberry bean. So, birdie bots, freshly made from... Really? Freshly made from Grandpa's old crusty hanky. And tastes like, well, let's just say uniquely exquisite. What? Oh God, here we go. Are we gonna see the unknown again? The the guests exchange amused and slightly apprehensive glances. Profoundly, and of course, the pièce de résistance, the anti-graffiti gobstopper. Not only a marvel in keeping children's rooms clean, but a testament to the wonders of imagination and innovation. The door slowly swings open, revealing a glimpse of the lab's interior, flashing of color, bubbling concoctions, and strange machinery. Scene, trying the strange sweets. 30 minutes in, we're on page 13. Beckoning the guests inside. I'm dead on the inside. I'm just John, just keep going. You gotta persist, you know? You gotta persist. I know. And that's what I'm doing it. I'm that's what I'm doing it for. Just because I'm not giving up. It's just, you know, it's like when you go to like an all you can eat buffet and you're starving and you're like, oh man, I can't wait to get into this. And then, you know, you feel your stomach just starting to get full, but you feel like you need to push through because it's like, hey, I was starving. I shouldn't be full after this little bit. And you just keep going and you just persist and you push through because you want to get your money's worth. That's what I'm doing here. I'm at the all you can eat buffet and I was eager to get into this. Now I'm like, oh, I just got to keep pushing myself. I got to make it to the end. I got to get my money's worth. Okay. Beckoning the guests inside. Now, who among you dares to taste the fruits of our imagination? Step away from the children, Willy. Step right up and prepare for a flavor adventure unlike any other. The guests eagerly approach a table laden with described sweets, each picking their choice with a mix of excitement and trepidation. Trepidation. Is that the table we saw with the wonky doodle? Trying the soup flavored jelly bean. It's like dinner and a dessert. Astonishing. What? Were they having like audience members who were actors? Because I don't think any of these guests would be saying any of this. So they must have had like actors planted as, you know, as one of the audience or something. Uh it's like dinner and a dessert. Astonishing. Guess two. Braving the boogerberry bean. I think I've had this before. You know, that Harry Potter place. Oh wow, it's oddly gorgeous. How is that possible? Because it's a jelly bean. That sheen that it's got is kind of nice looking. Laughter and surprise exclamations fill the room as the guests indulge in the whimsical treats. Oh god, scene McDuff TV camera. As the as the, trying so hard. I'm trying so hard here. And thank you. Thank you for everyone who stuck around this long, who's slowly watching me deteriorate as I'm reading this. So let's see. If you've made it this far, uh, leave a comment saying, it's the unknown. Um, thank you again, guys, for making it this far. Okay. Scene McDuff TV camera. Man, woman. As this tasting continues, Willie McDuff gestures towards an old-fashioned camera with a sign McDuff TV on it. And now for a bit of fun, let's capture the expressions from McDuff TV, the only channel where every reaction is a flavor sensation. I wonder what this is. The camera lights up. Willie directs the guests to react to the flavors they're experiencing. Their expressions of delight, surprise, and amusement are broadcast on a vintage television set in the corner, providing a hilarious and heartwarming spectacle. Willie McDuff laughing. Look at those marvelous expressions. Each face tells a story, a testament to the boundless realms of taste and imagination. Remember, in the Imagination Lab, every discovery is a step towards joy, and every flavor tells a tale. Oh, it said scene. Scene. With the guests gathered around the television, watching themselves and laughing together, united in a shared experience of wonder and discovery, Willie McDuff watches over them, a satisfied smile on his face, knowing that the spirit of adventure and imagination has been kindled in their hearts. Willie versus the unknown. I mean, I was excited for this, but now I don't care anymore. The unknown. The anti-graffiti gobstopper showdown. Scene. The excitement within the imagination lab reaches a crescendo as the guests gather around for an unprecedented spectacle. The lights dim and a spotlight illuminates Willie McDuff standing at one end of the room, holding the last anti-graffiti gobstopper in his hand. Opposite him, shrouded in darkness, emerges the unknown, with a device that emits a sinister glow. The air crackles with anticipation. Does it? Holding up the gobstopper, behold the culmination of imagination and ingenuity. The anti-graffiti. Oh, a sweet so powerful it can make any room sparkle without lifting a finger. But it seems our friend, the unknown, would rather use it for less tidy purposes. So okay, so eating this thing somehow causes your room to become cleaner? So like you go like is it a one-time deal? So if you're in your living room, you know, it's like spring cleaning, right? And you're in your living room and you're tidy, you eat it and it just like tidies everything up. Like how is this thing supposed to work? Like you eat it, you like point at something and it just like how, without no, because it says without lifting a finger. If you're having to point, you're lifting a finger. The unknown sneering. That's right, McDuff. Imagine the chaos, the absolute power of turning tidiness into turmoil. Hand it over, and I might consider sparing your precious lab. The audience gasps. Tension mounts. Dude, mounting as the two adversaries stand ready. Resolute. In the spirit of imagination and the pursuit of joy, I cannot let that happen. If it's a showdown you want, it's a showdown you'll get. Suddenly, the room transforms into a battlefield of lights and lasers. Willy uses a device resembling a futuristic remote, activating traps and illusions around the lab to thwart the unknown's advances. Unknown, dodging a beam of light. You think your parlor tricks can stop me? I've come too far to be foiled now. He retaliates with his own device, shooting beams of light towards Willy, who skillfully evades them, using the lab's inventions as shields and counters. With a twinkle in his eye, it's not about stopping you with tricks, but with creativity. For every dark intention, there's a light of innovation ready to shine through. Willy activates the machine that releases a dazzling display of holographic images, momentarily disorienting the unknown. Seizing the opportunity, Willy sets the anti-graffiti contraption into a contraption that amplifies its cleanup capabilities, sending a wave of sparkling cleanliness towards the unknown, neutralizing his device and rendering him harmless. Stumbling, caught in the eye of the sparkling wave. No, my plans thwarted by tidiness. The guests cheer as the unknown is gently swept under a robotic vacuum, humorously ending the confrontation. Addressing the audience. And so, my friends, we see that even in the dark face of darkness, the light of imagination, joy, and a bit of clever cleaning can prevail. Let us remember the greatest adventure and the most enduring victory is of those we achieve together. The room lights up, returning to its vibrant state as Willy offers a bow, the anti-graffiti gobstopper safely in hand. The guests erupt into applause, celebrating the triumph of creativity and courage over chaos. With Willy McDuff and the guests reveling in the success of their imaginative endeavor, reinforcing the power of unity and the endless possibilities that lie within the realms of imagination and innovation. End scene. Wow. Okay. And all of that took place in here. All of that apparently took place in here. Sure. Sure. And I'm Tony Danza. No, I'm sorry. I don't know if anyone's actually read the whole script, and I'm sorry. Again, it was like the buffet situation. I was so excited to get into this. I was so excited to get into it, and I've just felt myself die on the inside the further I got. But I persisted because I'm like, I'm getting my money's worth. So yeah, my tummy hurts a little bit, but I'm starving. I've starved myself for 3 freaking days for this moment, and here I am, 4 or 5 plates in and already ready to tap out. No, I'm not going to have that. I'm continuing because I'm getting my money's worth. I've been looking forward to this, and I'm going to persist. So, yeah, if you made it this far and you finished, just put the unknown in the comments. I don't know who else has read it like that, but anyway, I'm so sorry to everyone who was involved in that crap. The guy who played Willy Wonka, the unknown, the unhappy wonky doodle. All of you got swindled. Clearly getting swindled. 35 pounds for that? Come on. I'd go asking. I mean, I hope the people at least got their money back, but if these people haven't been paid yet, you need to pay them. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.